New York, stand up. Your 5-1 Giants are bowling after another comeback win Sunday. This time it was against Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens. So let's bring in Ryan Dunleavy of the New York Post because this team's culture is changing before our very own eyes. Now, Ryan, let's start with QB1. Daniel Jones is doing more with less. So should Daniel Jones's camp start negotiations with the Giants front office for a long-term deal?
Yeah, the camp should. I don't know that the Giants should. Look, Brandon, there's still, 11 games left in this season. Daniel Jones has been hurt, already this year. He's hurt a lot in the past. There's too many wild cards for the Giants to get into that right now. Too many things that could interrupt the rhythm. Yeah, it would be great for Daniel Jones's camp to get involved. Put that off till the offseason. Look, Daniel Jones is playing well enough right now that the Giants are winning enough games. They're not going to be able to draft his replacement. The best thing he could do for his own future is make sure they have like the 20th pick in the draft. And then he'll have to be the quarterback next year, whether that's a long-term deal, a franchise tag, a short-term deal, whatever they decide to do. Daniel Jones has played well enough. Forget the stats. The number one thing he's doing, Brandon, he's making everybody around him better, which, as a former receiver, is the number one job a quarterback could do. He's making average players above average right now.
Yeah, Daniel Bellinger, who's the rookie tight end, back-to-back weeks has led the team with the receiving. Last game, 5 for 38 with a touchdown. Daniel Jones is finding a way to not turn the ball over and get the Giants offense in the end zone. So let's backtrack a little bit because former GM David Gettleman's name has been brought up a lot recently between his cap decisions and his locker room culture decisions. They weren't popular amongst Giants fans and some of the former players. But some of his draft picks have now produced or overproduced that have underproduced in seasons before. So which of these players are the new regime getting the most out of?
Pretty much all of them. Look, Dave Gettleman's best year as GM is the first year after he got fired. That's the truth. Andrew Thomas is playing as the best left tackle in football right now. Saquon Barkley looks as good as he did as a rookie. Daniel Jones looks as good as he did as a rookie. Xavier McKinney's playing well. Shane Zemaines is back from purgatory. Literally all these guys. Julian Love is maybe the MVP of the defense. He's a 4th-round pick. Look, when you have as many 1st and 2nd-round picks as Gettleman had, you're supposed to get foundational players. And that's what Saquon and Andrew Thomas, that's what those guys are. But some of the mid-round picks, Darius Slayton's back. Jimenez is back. Love, like some of the middle round picks are playing well too. So this coaching staff has done a really good job because Gettleman's cap mismanagement didn't allow them to overhaul the roster as much as you usually see with a regime change, Brandon. So they were kind of stuck with inherited guys, and they've really maximized the inherited guys. You just don't see that very often.
Yeah, another name we have to throw in there is Dexter Lawrence. Has been playing lights out. And this new coaching staff and regime is getting guys to play above the X's and O's. So let's talk about number 5, Kayvon Thibodeaux. He got his first sack and forced fumble of his career, and it was in a huge moment of Sunday's game. Was that K5's official "I've arrived" moment?
I think that's exactly what it was. Well said. Yeah. When I was asking people last week about Thibodeaux, what no one wanted to say on the record because they didn't want to get slapped with a fine from the league is Thibodeaux was getting pressure on the quarterback. He was just getting held, and he wasn't getting the benefit of the penalty flags as a rookie. Now that he's gotten home and, you know how it is with officials. They kind of give you the benefit of the doubt. Now that he's gotten home and he's had his high arrive moment, I think he's going to start to draw more flags for the holds. It was his arrive moment. He cried on the field. Then he said, "Cool guys cry," which I thought was a pretty funny line. So, he's been affecting the pass rusher. At the end of the day, it's a bottom line business. That's why you mentioned Dexter Lawrence. The big difference with him is he's actually getting home this year. He's getting the sacks. That's what Kayvon Thibodeaux. He was pressuring. He was forcing incompletions, forcing holding penalties. Now he's getting the sacks and the fumbles. That's what makes a difference.
Yeah, he had me crying on that salsa celebration, though. He needs a little work on that one, Ryan. But thanks for joining us, my man.
Appreciate you, Brandon.